That was the sound we were hearing all night. I woke up like every hour because of it. Let's send it over to Evan with a check of what's going on this morning.
Yeah, another day this morning where we are running into scattered showers, some snow over the mountaintops, wind, cooler temperatures, all with this early winter storm that's made its arrival. Yesterday, we saw that bulk of moisture along the coastline and pushing inland. Today, we're seeing it far east inland and then across your mountains and deserts. So the coastline is mostly dry, but there are some wet roads still as we start off the day. It's really scattered as far as those showers go. Yesterday was kind of a uniform narrow wave. Now that potential is much more scattered. Temperatures are in the 60s as of this afternoon. They're in the upper 50s right now, so we're barely going to warm as the afternoon approaches. Mountains could cap out in the 40s as your afternoon highs. We'll leave you with this look of satellite radar imagery. We'll check back in on it in just a few minutes, where we're still seeing some of that green on the screen there, so we'll talk about when we have dry conditions on the way. Back to you.
Well, yesterday's rain caused a big mess around the county. A 100-year-old tree crashed on a home in Lemon Grove. There were also many car accidents on local freeways, so just a reminder to take it easy out there on the roads. You can always send us photos of video and weather in your area. Just go to the Near Me section on the CBS 8 app and click on the Share With Us button and upload your photos and videos. This morning, San Diego in the national spotlight, just 5 days away from the midterm elections. President Biden making a stop right here in San Diego.
Yeah, it's not every day a president comes to San Diego. It's all because of a local race that could decide who controls Congress. CBS 8's Chris Groh live in Oceanside with all the details on the president's visit. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. Later today, sometime around 5 o'clock, we're going to be hearing from President Joe Biden as well as Congressman Mike Levin, again, campaigning here in Miracosta College in Oceanside. That expected to happen around 5 p.m. Of course, Levin is facing challenger Brian Marriott in the race for the 49th district, a tight one. Politico even calling it a toss-up and leading many to believe that this could be one race that decides whether or not that red wave that Republicans have been hoping for indeed does happen here during the midterms. Now, there has been some redistricting here in the 49th, which could now lean more conservative. We actually again believe or actually know that this is a rematch between the two candidates, and in their previous races have been very tight already. Marriott and Levin faced off in the 2018 primary and again in the 2020 general election. This race expected to be just as tight, hence the president coming in to stump for Levin. But will it work? That's the question, because sometimes this can backfire on candidates. President Biden's approval ratings hover right around 40%. But let's take a deeper dive. We spoke with Nikki Usher, CBS 8 did, an associate professor of communication studies at the University of San Diego, to learn a little bit more about what the expected impact of President Biden's visit could be.
Unfortunately for Mark Levin, Joe Biden's current approval ratings are now at 40%, which is a little bit better than he was a couple of weeks ago.
Now, as for the other side of the aisle, former President Trump is going to be in Iowa stumping for gubernatorial and Senate candidates there. So we're seeing things ramp up here as soon as we get inching closer there to Election Day. Eric and Netta.
Chris Groh, thank you for that. And now this morning, we're expecting an update on the rise in flu cases around town.
Doctors at Rady Children's Hospital say they're starting to see more kids with the flu as RSV cases are on the rise slightly. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol is live outside Rady Children's Hospital with everything our families need to know here. Good morning.
Good morning, Eric and Netta. Well, these flu numbers are coming out as a time this morning when at capacity here at Rady Children's because of so many kids coming into the ER with both the flu and RSV. Now, we did speak with the San Diego County nurse who is telling us that it's going to be a long flu season and a recent one that's upticked in the last week. Take a listen.
Case rates are really high. People sometimes like to wait till later in the year to get a vaccine. This is not the year to do it. Now's the time to get the vaccine, prepare yourself, stay healthy, especially in preparation for the holidays.
Now let's take a look at some of the numbers, and it really does paint a story of how significant the flu and RSV is here over the span of 3 weeks. 650 kids at Rady Children's tested positive for RSV. Late last night, a spokesperson said over the past 7 days, there have been 227 cases, up from 206 just last week. Right now, 60 children are hospitalized. Doctors are also seeing an even bigger jump in the flu over the past 7 days. We've seen 169 positive flu tests here at Rady's. That's up from 66 last week. Right now, 9 kids are hospitalized with the flu. Looking at numbers countywide of all ages, county numbers show at the week ending of October 22nd, there were 856 positive flu cases, up from just 591 the week before. Now, in terms of how this looks from other years, compare the same week last year, we were just at 15 cases. So it really shows here in October, the flu season has come early and it's hit us really hard. Now, if you're a parent wondering how long the wait times are in the emergency room here at Rady Children's, they are long depending on when you come, potentially up to 6 hours. So on CBS8.com, we have a link directly to the website where you can check those ER wait times before you come in. I'm Dana Marie McNichol coming to you live from Kearney Mesa.
All right, Dana Marie, thank you. This morning, police are investigating 2 men they say were pretending to be deputies. Police stopped a car in Bay Terraces early yesterday morning because the license plate was covered. 2 people inside were wearing what looked like sheriff's deputy uniforms. Neither are department employees. Officers found police-like equipment, a replica gun, and drugs. The 2 were cited for misdemeanors and then released. And this morning, you may see a lot of police and firefighters near Palomar Airport in Carlsbad. They're holding a major disaster exercise from 9 to 11 a.m. They'll be simulating a plane accident, and there will be fires and people who look like they're hurt in that area. It is not real. We want to warn you right now. It is all just a drill and exercise.
Well, this morning, the Powerball jackpot is up to $1.5 billion, just shy of its largest prize ever. Nobody won the jackpot last night. The numbers, in case you're curious, maybe you won the $500,000 by matching the first 5 numbers. 2, 11, 22, 35, 60, and the Powerball number was 23. 16 tickets across the country match those 5 numbers for $1 million prize. 2 of those winners are in California, in Ontario and Milpitas. The next drawing is on Saturday. And I keep having FOMO, so I keep buying like 1 ticket just to be a part of this. But you saw in the 4:30 show as I just ripped my ticket
Yeah,
up.
you crumbled
Didn't match.
it.
Didn't even get close.
Didn't work out very well for you. Not today, but there's some more chances.
Yeah.
After learning that you can match 3 Powerball or 3 numbers and the Powerball and still not get like over what
$100.
That's a $100 winner right there.
Oh, that is
That's a lot of
dismaying.
work.
But like you said, it makes sense as to why this pot keeps growing because they're not shelling out too much for these 1 and 2 number winners. We'll continue, of course, to see who wins that, but that pot now steadily growing, over $1 billion there. Let's take a look at what we've got going on over the next couple days weather-wise. Looking outside right now, we have scattered showers across the county. Notice up around Oceanside, we're seeing just a few light showers persist. From Oceanside or about the Del Mar area down south through the South Bay, we're not seeing much along the coastline in terms of precipitation. However, headed farther east, Ramona's picking up on some rain as we speak, and the mountaintops too. So right along the international border, there's some truly scattered as we kick off the morning. I want to point out what we have in terms of watches, warnings, and advisories. Still a wind advisory in effect for your mountains and deserts. This lasts through 11 a.m. today. It took effect at midnight. It will last, or at noon, I should say, yesterday. It lasts all the way through 11 a.m. Along the coastline, we've got wind all the way through 11 a.m. as well. That's the tan color there. Only spot not included in the wind advisory are your inland valleys. Still breezy across the inland valleys, just not enough to meet wind advisory criteria. Giving you a little closer look of the winter weather advisory that expires at 8 a.m. It's going to be expiring in about an hour and 50 minutes now, but still snow is possible between that stretch for the next about 2 hours or so above 4,000 feet. Right now, northeast of Pine Valley is prime spot for us to see those cooler temperatures, enough to sustain snow on the ground and for some additional snow to fall. After the afternoon time frame, so morning showers persist, but afternoon we start to dry out quite a bit. Dry weather is going to persist all the way through your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Temperatures are going to warm up slightly. We'll get back to the 70s for your inland valleys. Then another round of precipitation on the way by early next week, and cooler temperatures too. We're in the 60s out there, or at least low 60s. So more rain rain toward Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, but this Friday through Sunday stretch going to be treating us pretty well out there. Traffic this morning has been light. We'll take you to our traffic maps where we have next to nothing popping up this morning. Volume still incredibly light. I will take you, however, to about the Pine Valley area, just on the 8 freeway. We've got a crash on the 8 eastbound at Willows Road. CHP now on scene investigating, but as you can see, since volume is still very light in the Pine Valley area on the 8, no backups in either direction. Back to you.